There's been a lot of talk about whether this team could be a dynasty with all of the control of their picks and everything. So let's get into exactly what they have at their disposal this offseason and in the future. So all their guys are under contract for next offseason, pretty much, their whole core, right? Shea, Isaiah, Alex, Lou, Chet, Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, Casey Wallace, all these guys, right? But the problem is Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren are both due massive rookie scale max contract extensions, probably 25% of the cap to 30% of the cap. So that would be 5 years, 225 million for Jalen Williams and possibly 240, 245, 50 million for Chet Holmgren. And obviously because of the new CBA rules, with Shea already having that max, contract, and he'll have another super max extension, which will be the highest contract in the NBA soon, considering he won MVP, the first team All-NBA, all that, and him being due for an extension soon. And then you have to pay the extensions of both Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams. Obviously, those two contracts don't go into effect until the 2026-2027 season because they're still going to be making their last year rookie contract next season. But you have to think about, because of the second apron, they're below first and second apron here. But having three guys making up 25-30% of your cap, right, is virtually impossible without being in the second apron, close to it. And you have to remember, they just signed Isaiah Hartenstein to that massive contract, right? Lou Dort got an extension. Alex Caruso is still under contract. Now, though, again, you can manipulate these contracts in certain ways where you could trade guys. Isaiah is probably going to be traded after next season, I would assume. You can keep this whole core together for next year. Or do you trade one of the guys rookie max extension eligible for Giannis Antetokounmpo? Like I mentioned, because of the CBA, it's increasingly more difficult for teams to keep their core, especially with all the max extensions. So what happens if the Thunder are like, okay, we win a championship here, why don't we just sign Giannis and have Giannis, Jalen Williams, and Shea for the foreseeable future? Trade Chet Holmgren or Jalen Williams, depending on what they want to do. Get Bobby Portis back in that deal if he opts into his player option. Then you have Shea, Giannis, and Chet or Jalen Williams with Alex Caruso. And you'd have to give up Isaiah Hartenstein for sure, okay? And Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins in that deal. A 2026 first is probably not that valuable considering they're going to be championship contenders again next season. But the 2029 round one, I put top 5 protected. Now, maybe the 2026 round one is top 5 and they give an unprotected 2029 first. But considering how dominant Chet has looked early on in his career, and the same with Jalen Williams, I'd be shocked if one of those first round picks for Giannis is not protected. So the term dynasty is tough because it's harder to keep all of your good players in your core because of the new CBA, the first and second apron. But the Thunder have the chance to trade one of their guys that's rookie max eligible for, yes, a guy on a max extension like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but there are other ways to manipulate